Hey guys, welcome to Indie Game Hustle. My name is Charles, and in this video, we're going to take a look at UModeler's mirror tool. All right, so the mirror tool is pretty self-explanatory. It's a mirror tool. It mirrors the mesh that you're building on, but it's actually kind of cool how you can kind of build crazy structures in no time flat. So let's take a look at how that is done. All right, so the first thing you want to do is go ahead and create an object. So we're going to create an object here. Keep it pretty simple. Let's see, I'll create a simple box here, just like that. And I'll make some changes to that box. So let's go ahead and I'm going to create this here, and then I'll put something here like so. Now, of course, you would have seen how to use this tool in my last video, so take a look at the video regarding to the UModeler tool if you're not familiar with this tool. All right, cool. All right, and let's do one more piece, and I'll do something like this. Let's see, click, drag, and pull that out. All right, great. All right, so we have a object here, nothing extraordinary here, but just to show the mirror tool, right? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and deselect this object here. And so once you have the object selected, all you have to do is head over to your menu where your tools are and look for the mirror tool. All right, and the mirror tool is gonna be located under Add. And then when you do add, you're going to go down to this icon here where it says mirror tool. Once you select this tool, there's going to be a plane or colored plane here, and it's going to be based on the axis. So that's going to be the Y. So I'm going to change it to maybe X, right? And so anything on this side, based on where this arrow is facing, I believe that's where it's going to be duplicated, right? So for instance, I want it to be duplicated on this side. And so I'm going to move it where I need it. And then I'm going to change invert. And so now I want this to duplicate or mirror like that there. Okay. All right. And then you can change other things. You can invert, of course. You can change the angle. So if we need it to be a certain angle, say we wanted it to be 45 degrees, we can do that. But I'm going to keep it pretty basic here. All right. So once you have it where you want it, all you have to do is go ahead and hit the start button. All right. All right. So you see that there. So it's going to generally just go ahead and mirror that mesh over. So now at this point, all you do is edit this mesh here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and select one of these, say the verts. And so now we can move the meshes, so we can probably much move this around as needed, right? Looks pretty good. And let's see here. If I hit the object tool, I can move them together like so, and like that. And I'll probably do something like this. All right, not too bad. All right, and so we have that object there, and I'll just move it over. Yeah, that's fine, just like that. All right, and so now we have it mirrored. Now, another cool part about this is that we're still connected to the mirror tool. And so with this object selected, if we go back to the mirror icon and we select it, we're still in mirror mode. And so now what we want to do is make some changes to this object. So if I were to say take this and move it, say up, as you can see, it's still connected and it's showing all of those changes as we design this here. So if I continue to build this out, we can get some really interesting things going here. So I'm just going to keep building this out. As you can see, it's really awesome. Of course, you only can select the original one. So we do something like this. And this is very cool. So you can kind of build that out as you go. And then on this side, I'll do something kind of like that. And then I'll just kind of do that. And then I'll just extrude it out. Okay, so that's pretty cool. All right. So with that said, so for instance, if I want this here, not sure why I would need this. I don't necessarily need it there, but it's there. All right, cool. So now that we have that there, go ahead and select that tool again, the mirror tool. And once you're ready to say that that's it, you just hit the done button. Okay, and so now that object is completely out of the mirror mode, and so now we can edit this mesh individually. So if we just need to move just this piece, we can do that. And so I wanted to line this up like that on there, so that looks great. Now let's go do something extra. So let's use the mirror tool on this object. So I'm going to go ahead and select the mirror tool again. And so now instead of on the x-axis, I want to do it on the, let's see, on the y or on the z. And I want it to replicate, it this way. And so we need to get this facing this way. So I'm going to invert it and I'm going to move it back like so. Okay, cool. All right, and I'm going to put it right on it. So even this object is moving based on the grid. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is leave everything as it is. That's fine. And then I'm going to hit start. And as you can see here, now we have this huge structure. It looks awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and start editing my vertex with that. And of course, if we move these, it's going to move that away or closer. But we're just going to go ahead and leave it like it was, right? And we can just go ahead and continue to edit these pieces as needed. So if I wanted to build that up, we can do that. If I wanted to now do this piece here, we can do something like that. And so you can see it's building it out on that side. So I want this side to also do it as well. And that's pretty cool. All right. And so now we have our object there. And if we wanted to move this around, that's pretty cool. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it maybe kind of like this. And so, yeah. And so you can keep building this out as needed. If I went back to my mirror tool, it's still in mirror mode. If I wanted to replicate that side there, I'll just go back to my faces and say move this up just like so. And there you have it. And of course, we can take it even a step further. I'm going to select this object, go to my mirror tool, hit done so we can commit to that. And then we're going to change the axis to the y-axis, and it's going to act the same way. I want it to replicate this way as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put this where I need it. And then I'll go ahead and hit the start button. And it will eventually take all of that and mirror that up as well. And we can continue to make changes as needed, right? So I'm going to get hit done. I think that's all the mesh I need. And as you can see, we have a glorious structure here. All right. And so if I were to go ahead and hit play and just play the game, we have our mesh and our scene. And as you can see, our character is kind of built. This is kind of part of the scene that I was working on before. And as you can see, our structure is there. And so you can get real creative with those pieces using just the mirror tool. Of course, the mirror tool would be used for things not this extreme. Of course, you can use it for just general modeling within Unity. You can make smaller items like swords and weapons and items in your world or whatever, chairs, tables, whatever it is that you're trying to create. The mirror tool will definitely assist with that. This is just more of an extreme reason or way to use it, but it was just to get the general idea of how it works. All right, so I hope that was pretty simple and easy to understand. Generally speaking, that was the mirror tool, and play with it, and I'd love to see what you guys are doing with it. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like this, feel free to click the subscribe button. I love creating videos to help people learn new things, and I do this really just hopefully to keep you encouraged throughout the process. And I do truly believe we can learn from each other. But as always, the one thing I want you to leave here with is to never give up and keep moving forward. Peace.